honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Choose the mic. I got one.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 32-yard line. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Watch the curve.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. They'll run it here. This is James White. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That's the way to hit.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready? White 25.
50 seconds to mine.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here we go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Garoppolo already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
11. Hey, orbit. Go ahead.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
First down, 49ers.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
One, Omaha.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defender.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
But what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if they have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Come on, let's go.
Jameis now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Jameis to throw it. It's complete. James White. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
Big stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Here's Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. 3rd down here.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
To throw is Winston. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's White. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fix and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Winston now. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Edelman was the intended target. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Man open. It's Goodwin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
I got this.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd and long for Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. The Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 80!
You.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Winston. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On the draw, here's White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
54, right there.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
At the 29-yard line.
Winston now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Hey, alert! 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 General West! Check 26 and
They go with Chubb on second down, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Foxborough.
Here we go.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Winston. And it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. D. Ford with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. Not a big deal on that one. Just your everyday 67-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 54 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Patriots 2. Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Coming this way, here we go. 5 on the 50, 5 on the 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Niners 38, Patriots 2. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And it's taken in at the 9. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bet.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
11. Hey, exit. Go ahead.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
13.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Quan Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Winston. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for San Francisco, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on.
Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind.
Hello.
City time. Nothing brother better. You will never
Yeah.
I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep it moving vibe. Cause you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my.
How's it going? Hold on, my audio is so screwed up. Say something? Hello. What do you want to play? If anything. I don't know if I should be talking still or not.
I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit your team.
Say something. How's it sound now? Say something. How's it sound now? Say something. How's it sound now? Okay, that'll work. What was messed up? I never realized that my headset had like an audio fine tune. And apparently I touched that and I fine tuned it all the way down and it just like turned the headset off basically. I just couldn't hear anything. That league, I got the Ravens and then I traded them for the 49ers and then I traded my linebacker for Chubb. So I'm the 49ers with Chubb. In that other league? Yeah, the new one I just joined. It's gonna be exciting. Freaking Chubb on the 49ers. Like, I was so like, I don't know, I was kind of sad that I got the Ravens because, like, I don't know, they're, like, too good. But, like, I'm okay with having the 49ers because I actually like the team. Or, like, I like their... You said you got Chubb, too? Yeah, I traded for Chubb. What'd you trade away? I traded Fred Warner. He was a rookie last year. He's an X Factor. He's insane. But I'd rather have Chubb. And it's like really cool how they did it too. They made it like, they basically pre-made Madden 21. Like they like started it at the end of the, so like the thing started with the rookie draft. And like all the players are all traded and stuff, so it's kind of cool. It's like Tommy's a Buccaneer. You wanna play a game? Yeah, what do you wanna play? I wanna play some NASCAR. No. My first game, Richard Sherman caught a pick on like the 5, But like he like got so bugged out and he like dove like 10 yards into the end zone and got it, the guy's safety. And then I got a fumble on a kick return. Those are the only times he scored, but it was 38-9, but I don't know. My team's pretty OP, so it's kind of nice. Like, this guy was definitely better than the Chargers in that one league, but since he's the Patriots with freaking Jameis Winston.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Dude, my running backs are insane though. They're so fast. Like I have Chubb and then two like people that are just so freaking fast.
You should try to see if Killens is on the free agency.
Oh my god, you're right actually. Do you know it overall? Here, I can search by.
He was like a 58 or a 61 when I started with him.
Alright.
Maybe worse.
Nah, he's not here. Someone might have him. Just because, like, I feel like these people might be a little more sweaty than your, I'll check. I'm gonna check all the rosters, though. I think that'll be funny if someone actually has him. Nope, no one has him. Maybe he was a, what's it called, right? Running back?
Rookie last year, yeah.
Oh, did we have, no, we didn't have a, maybe he wasn't in this draft class or something. Well, I guess that wouldn't make sense, because he wouldn't be in this draft class. No, he's not in here at all.
Oh.
What a shame. Can you imagine? If I freaking just had Killens to return.
I found out I stole him off Gator Mike because Gator Mike won him because Gator Mike like knew exactly who he was because Gator he follows like college football.
Oh my!
Like, a lot.
This rookie running back I got, I didn't even realize he's 94 speed.
Yeah, you know. He's
I kinda,
98, but
yeah, I have Marquise Goodwin. I'll just throw him at running back. 97's good enough for me. Here's my running back core. I got Nick Chubb, Matt Breida, Jerick McKinnon, and that rookie 94 speed. And that's after trading Raheem Mostert and Tevin Coleman. I don't know, my only weakness right now, I don't really know that, like, it's that big of a deal. My O-line, but it's like, I actually got a superstar in the draft. And he's just like, he's in the first 4 preseason games, and then the real game, he went up like 6 overall already. So I'm thinking he might be a good pick, if you will. It's kind of nice though too, because it's no custom playbook, so people don't just have cheese plays like Austin.
yeah, that's a good rule. I didn't even think of that.
Because Austin has a playbook called cheese plays, and they're all just plays that are glitchy. Like, I wonder if anyone else is on. Like Banks or anyone. I'll invite you to a game for now, though. I just don't want to play another Madden game. Oh wait, Banks deleted COD. We could play Fortnite, I guess. I really don't want to.
Is he on?
I mean, I just meant someone in general.